The new NFL 2K game we've been waiting 3 years for is finally here, but it's not exactly what you think. Now, we're going to cover everything you need to know about this new game that just dropped out of nowhere, and also talk about the upcoming games that they are still apparently working on, and everything in between. And if you're new to the channel and you never want to miss out on any of the NFL 2K updates or updates for the upcoming Madden and college football games, make sure to subscribe and turn the bell icon on. That way you never miss any of these important videos when they go live. Now, about an hour ago over on Twitter, the NFL account reposted something that was interesting. It was from an account that was titled NFL 2K Playmakers, and this post said, "It's game time. We're stoked to announce the launch of NFL 2K Playmakers starring CJ Stroud as our cover athlete. Assemble your dream team, strategize plays, and dominate the field. Download now." And I saw this and I said, okay, wait, the NFL reposted it, and then the official 2K account reposted it as well. So I knew this was something official, but I was a bit confused because there's been no lead up, there's been no promotion. We know that 2K is in business with the NFL. They've been in business with them for about 3 years now when they announced that they were partnering once again to make arcade style games. Now, they did say that they were going to be making multiple games, but after 3 years had passed and we still had seen nothing, a lot of people were wondering, were the games ever coming out? We know that they had been delayed multiple times. We know that they had even restarted the process of the games multiple times as well because it just wasn't turning out the way they wanted it to. So I went over to the website, and this is where I found the trailer, which you can see playing in the background, and I got some more information about the game. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. It says, make your mark, collect your favorite NFL player cards, and dominate in fast-paced modes on the go. Apply your NFL knowledge, call plays, and strategize your strongest roster to lead your team to victory. Read the field by leveling up your card collection and experience a variety of game modes and features in NFL 2K Playmakers, including Red Zone Drive mode. In Red Zone Drive, decisions made on the field matter. Apply your NFL knowledge, call strategic plays, and watch your team execute on the field. Draft a custom roster of NFL player cards as you chase the win and earn rewards across different regions. Seasons mode. Build your dream team and lead them through an NFL season on your way to a Super Bowl victory. Join an NFL season and earn your way into the playoffs for a chance of becoming a Super Bowl champion. Leverage real NFL results. Coming just in time for the 2024 NFL kickoff, make predictions about upcoming real NFL games to score points for a chance to win in-game rewards. More information will be available at the start of the 2024-2025 NFL season. Visit the Android and Apple Store pages to pre-register for 2K's new NFL Card Battler experience and claim your exclusive reward when the game launches this spring. Now, I'm guessing this website's actually been up for a little bit and people just weren't aware of it because it says when the game launches this spring, which it is now officially spring, and the game is available as of today on the Android and Apple Store. So this is very interesting because for a while we've been speculating, what is NFL 2K going to be? We know that they were working on multiple games, and we did know that there was a high probability that one of those was going to be a multiple game, especially since they're only making arcade style games. We knew that that kind of went hand in hand with mobile, but we also know that they're working on a console game as well. But after waiting for 3 years for this to be the first game that we get hit with, it is a little bit disappointing. Now, I'm sure the game might be fun, it might be cool to play, but the fact that it's mobile and it's card collecting, I think that's completely opposite of what a lot of the football gaming community wanted, especially the hardcore 2K fans. They wanted something a little bit more realistic than this. They wanted something on console, and while the mobile game looks fine in the trailer, it looks like a decent mobile game, we want a console game. But we always knew that the big rumor was there was a high probability that they would drop a mobile game first to kind of test the waters and to kind of see how things went, but also it's something that they could get out a little bit quicker than a console game. Now, we're going to talk about the console game that is still apparently coming, but really quickly, here's a word from today's video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is one of my favorite fantasy apps because I love their pick'em game, which is available in 30 plus states, including California, Texas, and Canada. Basically, all you do is pick higher or lower on a wide variety of player stats, and if they hit, you can win some big money and prizes. But Underdog Fantasy is also excited to announce that they just launched Champions, their player versus player format in Florida. Champions is also available in these other states listed here on the screen where their classic pick'em game isn't available. And with Champions launching in Florida this week, there's a bunch of new user specials to take advantage of. Today, you can pick one of any of these 4 specials you see here on the screen. Basically, they're free plays. On Wednesday, there's going to be a Tyler Hero special of 0.5 points as well. On Thursday, there's going to be another Paolo Banchero special of 0.5 25 points, and through the weekend there's going to be even more specials to celebrate their new launch in Florida. And if you sign up using my promo code RAY, R-A-Y, they'll also double your first deposit up to $100, so you can get up to $100 free to play with, and you can't beat that. Now, I will say, from just judging the trailer, it doesn't look like the gameplay is awful for a mobile game. It actually looks like it has some pretty decent animations in it, and mobile games have obviously come a long way, but just judging this for what it is, I think this game is probably going to be alright. I haven't played it myself yet. I'm sure many people will be downloading it and playing it today, but just judging by the few clips that I've seen, it doesn't look like it's awful gameplay or it's awful animation quality, but yes, it's not going to be NFL 2K5. It's not going to be All Pro Football 2K8. It is an arcade mobile game, so you kind of have to limit your expectations a little bit. And in terms of being a card collecting game, you know, as long as it's not too microtransaction focused, those types of games can still be fun and have their place. However, what most people are worried about now is what's going on with the console game. Is that even still a thing? Is this the big NFL 2K game? And I think the answer to that is no. This is not the big game that they were going to drop. And in fact, Mike Straw on Twitter actually responded to my post that I made earlier asking if this was the new 2K game, and he pretty much said no. And then I looked on his Twitter, and what he said was, "I'm working on learning more about it. I can tell you this isn't the NFL 2K game in development, just one of them." Now, Mike Straw, for those of you who don't know, is somebody that does have connections in the industry. He's worked for different gaming publications. I believe right now he's still working for Insider Gaming, and he has leaked a lot of information in the past, specifically about Madden, and it's always been correct. Whenever he leaks information, it is accurate. He does not just put out speculation. He doesn't say things that he thinks might be true. From everything that I can tell in the past, if he puts out a report, it has always been true. And he has been reporting on this game a little bit as well, and he was the one that said a while back that 2K had restarted the process of their game because they didn't like where the game was going. And today he comes through kind of confirming that this isn't the big game they're working on. It is one of the games, and we always knew that they were making multiple games. When they initially announced the partnership with the NFL, that was one of the first things they said was this was a deal to make multiple arcade games, not just one. So we always knew that mobile was going to possibly be one of the games because it just kind of made sense, but we also know that they are focusing on a much bigger console game. Now, once again, this is going to be an arcade game. It's not going to be a sim. They did say that they wanted to make it as close to sim as possible. What that means, we don't know, because those lines can get a little blurry when you have the partnership with EA that has the exclusivity to sim NFL football. So it might not be as close to sim as any of us want it to be, but they're going to try to make it a game that has a lot of depth, has a lot of immersion, and if it's an arcade game, they're going to try to make it the best arcade game that's ever existed, of course, especially in 2024 when gaming has come a long way. An arcade game in 2024 looks a lot different than an arcade game in the mid 2000s. But for now, this is the first official offering from 2K that we've been waiting 3 years for. I know some people are disappointed, but from what we know, they are still working on the big console game, and this just means that maybe that's coming later this year, which would be pretty cool. The fact that they're getting this out early before football season because it's the smaller game, it's the mobile game, maybe that means that the console game is not far behind, because as I said multiple times, they've been working on this for about 3 or so years. They have had some delays, they have restarted the process, so it's maybe about time that that's ready to finally come out. The timeline does kind of add up, so this is them getting that first foot in the door well before football season. I mean, it's not even training camp or anything like that yet. The draft is literally in a few days, and they're already getting this first game out early ahead of football season, so that might mean that when football season starts up and we've got games like Madden coming out, maybe the 2K arcade game is also going to be coming out at that time as well. So that is kind of the one big takeaway from this for me that I would be excited about. If they're already getting this out, I think that means they're ready to start ramping up and possibly getting the bigger game out that we're going to be more interested in very soon. Now, speaking of Madden, we already have a little bit of confirmed information about the upcoming Madden game as well, and if you want to know about that, you can check out this video right here on the screen.